Welcome to the Health Freedom Show. In this episode, I cover the truth about CBD and pain. Can CBD help manage pain? If we are meeting for the first time, my name is Morentin. I'm the host of the Health Freedom Show. I'm also the founder and product developer at myfitlife, and I'm an expert in pain management. If you or someone you love suffers from pain, then I highly recommend you watch this video. I'm going to go over some clinical studies. I'll discuss what medical doctors say about CBD and pain management. I'll go over the types of pain that will be discussed in this Truth About CBD Pain Management series. I'll go over a couple of real life case studies, and lastly, I'll discuss what dosages are typical for success in our community. Okay, so let's get started. I'm going to make my screen just a little bit bigger here. All right, so let's start off with some clinical studies. This is Medical News Today, talking about the benefits and pain relief of CBD. I'll just show you that right here. Does CBD oil work for chronic pain management? Okay, so according to the National Centers for Complementary and Integrative Health, some evidence suggests that cannabis or CBD could have modest benefits for chronic pain. And then a 2020 review reports that CBD could have benefits for relieving chronic pain, improving sleep, and reducing inflammation. And then if you go down here, the different kinds of pain that it is talks about and studied is neuropathic pain, arthritis pain, multiple sclerosis, chronic pain, etc. So let me just read this right here. The same report study CBD use for general chronic pain. Researchers compiled the results of multiple systematic reviews covering dozens of trials and studies. Their research concluded that there is substantial evidence that cannabis is an effective treatment for chronic pain in adults. So that's huge. That says it all right there, right? So let's go over to Healthline, and this is using CBD oil for pain management and the different types of pain that it's known to help with is pain, inflammation, and overall discomfort related to a variety of health conditions. Okay, so they did some studies where it was for cancer, neuropathic pain, and fibromyalgia, and it says based on these studies, researchers concluded that CBD was effective in overall pain management and did not cause negative side effects. So that's huge right there as well. Healthline is another big, medical, website, and very, very prominent. So it's not like a cannabis website, so this is Healthline. And as mentioned, this is Medical News Today. Okay. So let's get into what MDs are saying about CBD and pain management. So this is his name is Dr. Jack. He's a medical doctor. He has a YouTube channel here, and he has a series on CBD. What pain doctor's opinion on CBD. This is the first video in the series, and then he goes on. But he's a double board certified medical doctor, certified in pain management and anesthesiology, and he states in this video that he recommends CBD to all of his patients. All right, so next up is Dr. Allen. So Dr. Allen, he's also an MD, and he says that in this video that CBD is a natural way of providing anti-inflammatory and pain relieving benefits. The whole video talks positively about CBD, but that's one of the quotes that he had in there. Okay, so next up is Arizona Pain. Now, it's a group of medical doctors, MDs, that have 6 pain clinics throughout the greater Phoenix area. Now, these guys, they love CBD so much that in this video that they say that they not only recommend it to all of their patients, but they recommend it to their family members, including their wives and their children. So that's huge, okay? And this doctor over here on the right, he specifically says how he gives it to his son for epilepsy and how it helps him, etc. But these doctors at Arizona Pain just love CBD, and as mentioned, recommend it to all their patients and all of their family members, and they take it themselves. Okay, and then last up is Dr. Mike Hansen. Now he says that the CBD has the power basically that allows players to recover more quickly. I like to say quicker, better, and more completely, and not risk opioid addiction. Okay, so that's huge. So it helps you recover quicker and not risk opioid addiction that is prominent, especially in high level sports, both amateur and professional. So that's huge stuff going on there. Okay, so that's the doctors and that's the case studies. So let's get over into the types of pain that I will be discussing in the pain series episodes. Okay, so let me go back over here. So I'm going to be talking about making videos about fibromyalgia, neuropathies, sciatica, muscle ache and joint pain, arthritis, all different types of arthritis, DOMS, which is delayed onset muscle syndrome, either from workouts or overactivity, recovery from injury or surgery, and the basics like neck pain and back pain. And we'll be discussing, pain that's of known origin, where you know where the pain is coming from, why it's there. There was an injury, there was an incident that caused this pain to happen, and continue to happen in a lot of cases. And then I'll also be discussing the pain that's of unknown origin, like you hurt really bad, things like fibromyalgia, where you could hurt all over, or maybe just in a specific joint or muscle area, and you have no idea why it's happening. So there's those are the two different sides: known origin and unknown origin, and I will be discussing both in this pain management series. Okay, so a couple of real life case studies that I want to talk about. There's hundreds and thousands of clients, that have had success of varying degrees, with pain and pain management and CBD that I work with, including myself. But we'll just talk about two right now briefly, and we'll get into each of the videos. We'll have in-depth case studies that I will discuss. But these two are really significant because they're friends of mine, and the one gentleman, I actually met him through a seminar that I did, him and his wife, and he's from Long Beach. He has back pain. He was injured on the job, had a job, where he was active, and he was injured on the job. Mainly low back injury, but neck, the whole entire back, mainly low back, then neck, and then mid back kind of thing. And he was put on the pain meds, and eventually went on the opioids, and got up to where when I first met him, he was doing like 80 milligrams of, I think it's oxytocin a day, right? Just to get by. So he didn't have a life. He was just like in a daze pretty much all day long, every day. And he'd been like this for a couple of decades pretty much. And, we put him on a protocol, and very quickly he was able to reduce and reduce and reduce the opioids to where he just got to where he's doing between zero and 5 milligrams a day, from 80 milligrams of oxytocin to between 0 and 5 milligrams a day. That's huge, right? I mean, he got his life back. He could think. He could work out in the yard now. He's not laid up because before he was doing that, but he was still in pain, like, or not in, I'm not going to say in major pain, but he was still in pain and still debilitated, right? Now he's out of that and he's able to, like he sent me a text saying, hey, I fixed my fence, that I've been wanting to do for years. I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Like they send me pictures of him out doing stuff, because he was sidelined before, right? So that's huge. I actually got a message from his wife a couple weeks ago. They were on their way to go camping, something they weren't able to do before, and said that my husband says, thank you for all that you do, and do not change your formula. Just keep doing what you're doing, because it helps him so much, right? So that's a beautiful thing. Now let's go over to my other buddy. I've known him for like since high school, right? And he's from Texas, and I had breakfast with him one morning a couple years back, just to reacquaint ourselves with each other. And he mentioned that he was, had neck pain and, low back pain and high stress and just a bunch of stuff going on with his health that he wasn't happy about. And I told him, just give me a call, and I'll, you know, put you on a protocol and we'll see if we could help you out. And he did that. Not many of my friends do, but he did that. And we put him on the protocol, and he said during our consultation that he was doing 12 Advil a day, like a dozen Advil a day just to get by. He's tried everything under the sun, just like, everybody else that comes to me. They try everything else under the sun, pay thousands of dollars for doctors and for medications and other kinds of supplements or whatever, and no success. 12 Advil a day, took our stuff. After 3 days, I got a text message saying, hey, are you effing kidding me? I was at 12 Advil a day after just taking your capsules and tinctures morning and evening. I'm down to 3 Advil a day, and I'm sure I'll be down to zero fairly quickly, which he was, right? And so he didn't have to do any kind of therapy, any kind of anything other than taking, the things that I recommended to him, orally, and he went down like in his level of the pain meds that he was taking, right? Like dramatically cut them like by like 80%, and then down to nothing. And over time he was also, along with the pain meds, he was drinking heavily, he was under high stress, all this kind of stuff, right? He has a high level high stress job as well, which doesn't help anything. And he's off of the alcohol as well. He quit drinking alcohol, so off of the pain meds, off of the alcohol, and living a more stress-free life. He is pursuing healthy lifestyle now. He sends me text messages. What do you think about this? What should I do about that? What food? Just making better food choices. It's what I call a beneficial domino effect that happens. When you start to, you know, number one, take care of your health, and number two, see success. That seeing success is the main thing. It makes you want more, and it makes you eager to do things to get more. Because there's nothing that feels better than being healthy. You know, there's nothing that you could possess. No, there's no possession that feels better, that can make you feel better than being healthy, right? So let's finish this off with what people take for success. Like the dosage. Mainly the thing at myfitlife, at our company, it is going to be the full spectrum, the full extract oils that we have, and the majority of people, they have success taking it. They take it twice a day, 50 milligrams or 100 milligrams total per day. So that's like 25 milligrams and 25 milligrams. morning and evening, or 50 milligrams and 50 milligrams morning and evening, for a total of 50 milligrams or 100 milligrams per day. Okay, and then there's also, when you first start out, you have like a tincture or something to do like a microdose if needed. If you have a flare up, during the middle of the day. So those are things that we discuss during the consultations that we give for free to all of our clients and customers. Okay, so that concludes this episode of The Truth About CBD and Pain. Can CBD help with pain management? Contact us if you have questions. We are happy to assist you any way we can. Remember to check out our online CBD store at myfitlife.net. Use coupon code WELCOMES20 to get 20% off your first purchase. And remember, knowledge is power and health is wealth. This is Al Morentin with MyFitLife and the Health Freedom Show. Thank you and have a beautiful day. Peace.